If you spot several of these red flags in the first 60 seconds of a home tour in Southern California, it might be the wrong house for you, or at least a very expensive mistake. Today, I'm walking you through exactly what I look for in the first minute of a showing, so you don't fall in love with a money pit or a burnout house. And if you stay with me until the end, I'm going to share the number one red flag that almost always turns into regret later if you ignore it. You do not want to skip that one. Hi everyone, I'm Rebecca. You're watching Living in Southern California, where I help you buy, sell, and relocate in SoCal with way less stress and a lot more clarity. I'm a SoCal realtor and licensed professional clinical counselor. Some of you know me as that real estate therapist, but here you can think of me as your SoCal home tour reality check. If you're thinking about buying in LA County, the Inland Empire, or Greater Southern California in the next 9 days, 9 months, 12 months, this video is for you. Before we jump into the red flags, I want to set one expectation. This is not about finding a flawless, perfect home. Every house in Southern California has something a little quirky. What I'm looking for are patterns that tell me this might be high maintenance, high stress, or high expense for this particular buyer. So as we go through this list, keep asking yourself, is this a small fix or is this an energy vampire? All right, let's start outside. The very first red flag shows up before we even step inside. As I'm walking up to the property, I'm scanning the exterior like a checklist. I'm looking at the roof. Are there missing shingles, obvious patch jobs, sagging areas? I'm looking at the stucco or siding. Do I see large cracks, big stains, or areas that look like they've been poorly patched? I'm looking at the grading and landscaping. Does water naturally flow away from the house, or does everything slope toward the foundation? In Southern California, we don't get constant rain, but when it rains, it really exposes drainage issues. If I see a combination of roof concerns, damaged stucco, and obvious water flow problems in the first 10 seconds at the curb, that's red flag number one. The next red flag hits the second we open the door. Smell. You cannot see it in photos, but your nose will tell you the truth before your eyes do. If I walk in and get hit with heavy air fresheners, plug-ins, candles, or strong perfume, I immediately wonder, what are we covering up? Is there a musty, damp smell that hints at potential moisture or mold? Is there strong pet odor that might be embedded in carpet and padding? One strong smell isn't always a deal breaker, but if I can smell a problem the second we step inside, that's red flag number two. Within the first few steps, I'm paying attention to how the house feels under my feet. As I walk down the hallway, I notice, do the floors slope? Do I feel soft spots? Does it feel like I'm walking downhill? I'll casually open and close a couple of doors. Do they latch properly? Or do they swing open or shut on their own? In Southern California, we have older homes. We have earthquakes. We have soil issues. Some settling is normal, but obvious sloping and doors that won't behave can be a red flag. I'm not diagnosing a foundation problem in the first minute, but I am mentally flagging, okay, this is something we need a professional to look at before you fall in love with the kitchen. Still within that first minute, I'm scanning for DIY chaos. I'm looking at things like tile work, baseboards, and light fixtures. Do they look professionally installed? Or does everything feel a little improvisational? Crooked tile, mismatched flooring transitions, outlets that don't line up straight. These can be clues that the homeowner did a lot on their own. In Southern California, unpermitted work is a big deal. That cute bonus room, garage conversion, or extra bathroom might look fine on Instagram, but if it wasn't done properly, it can become your problem later. If the house is full of Pinterest projects that aren't executed well, that's red flag number 4 for me. Next, I'm checking windows and natural light. Are the windows old, drafty, single pane, or clearly in rough condition? Do I see condensation between panes or signs of water damage on the sills? I'm also noticing how the light actually feels in the home. Is it dark and cave-like in the middle of the day? Do we feel like we need to turn on every light just to see? In Southern California, you're paying a premium to live here. You want a home that feels bright, airy, and comfortable, not a dark box that needs the lights on 24/7. If the windows are obviously neglected and the light situation feels depressing, that's red flag number 5. Even in the first minute, I'm noticing the sound and the energy of the property. Can we hear loud traffic from inside with the doors and windows closed? Is there a constant hum from a busy street, a commercial property, or train tracks? What about the immediate neighbors? Is there aggressive barking, constant yelling, or super tight spacing that might impact your privacy? The neighborhood energy matters just as much as the house itself, especially in Southern California where homes can be very close together. If the noise level is already stressing you out in the first 60 seconds, that's red flag number 6. Now, let's talk about the red flag most people ignore, your nervous system. As a therapist and a realtor, I pay attention not just to the house, but to you and the house. Do your shoulders tense up the second you walk in? Do you feel overwhelmed, uneasy, or like you're rushing to convince yourself this is the one? Sometimes a home technically checks all the boxes on paper, but your body is saying something's off, and you don't know why yet. That is a red flag. It doesn't always mean walk away immediately, but it absolutely means slow down, ask more questions, and don't ignore that feeling. And here's that bonus red flag I promise you. If the listing photos show a bright, spotless, updated home, but in person it feels dark, worn, or totally different, if the description says recently updated, but the updates look like they came from 20 years ago, that disconnect is a huge red flag. It tells me the seller or listing agent might be more focused on marketing than transparency. And that can show up again during inspections, repairs, and negotiations. You deserve honesty from day one. If the real life house doesn't match the listing expectations, we need to pay very close attention. So let's recap very quickly. In the first 60 seconds of a home tour in Southern California, I'm looking at exterior and roof clues, smell the second we walk in, floors and doors and how the house feels under your feet, DIY or unpermitted vibes, windows and natural light, noise and neighborhood energy, and your nervous system's reaction. If several of these red flags stack up together, it doesn't mean the home is evil, but it might mean it's not the right match for you. If you're planning to buy in Southern California and you want someone in your corner watching for red flags and guiding you through the emotional side of the process, I would love to help. You can find my Zoom strategy link and contact information in the description below. Reach out if you're thinking of moving within the 9 days, 9 months, or over a year, especially in LA County or the Inland Empire. And if this was helpful, make sure to like this video, subscribe to Living in Southern California, and tell me in the comments which red flag surprised you the most. I'm Rebecca. Thank you for hanging out with me today, and I'll see you in the next one.